Hey guys, welcome back to Harrison Hacks. Today I'm going to be showing you how to set up my latest release. It's the N64 Classic PC Edition. So go ahead to the link in the description, and that's going to take you to the download file. And you're going to end up with an N64 Classic PC Edition 7-zip file. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the file from wherever you've downloaded it from, cut, go to the root of your C drive, right click, paste, and just right click on it. And whether you're using 7-zip, you can do extract here, or WinRAR, you can do extract here and let it extract. Now I've already done this, and you're going to have your N64 Classic PC Edition folder. So the first thing we're going to want to do is open this up, and we are going to go into RetroArch. Scroll down, RetroArch, double click and start it up. Now from here we're going to want to set our controller. So we're going to go to Input, press Enter, and we're going to scroll down to Input User 1 Binds, press Enter. And now I'm using a Ps3 controller. You could use any controller you'd like, but the button layout is like Super Nintendo. So I'll explain how to do PS3 and Xbox 360 controllers. So for the B button, you're going to want to use the X button on PS3 or the A button on the Xbox 360. For the Y button, you're going to use square or X. Select will be select. On 360 it'll be the back button. Start will be start. And then do your D-pad up, do your D-pad down, D-pad left, D-pad right. The A button will be circle on PS3 or B on Xbox 360. And X will be triangle on PS3 or Y on Xbox 360. And then this will be your L1, R1, or your left bumper, right bumper. L, R, and then L2 and R2, or it'll be your left trigger, right trigger. L3 is your left thumbstick. You just click it in like a button. R3 is your right thumbstick. Click it in like a button. And then do your left analog right, left, down, up. And then do your right analog right, left, down, up. So that's all we need to do for that. Once you're done, go back, configurations, save current configuration. There we go. Now we will quit RetroArch, and we're going to want to go up a folder, and we're going to start in the PJ64 folder. Open up Project 64. Now this will give you a few seconds. You would just click continue. This won't pop up when you're launching games. This is just to set up our controls. See if I can close this. Yeah. Okay, so we'll go to Options and Configure Controller Plugin. And here you would set up, you would just click here, click up, press up, and then click it, press left, click it, press right, and then go to down. You do your start button. Now for A, you're going to want to use X, or sorry, for A you're going to want to use circle on PS3 or B on Xbox 360. Wait, how do we have this set up? Sorry guys. Yes, A is A for 360 or X for PS3. B is going to be square on PS3 or X on your Xbox 360. And then L, R. For Z, I use my L2 button, but you could use your R2 button if you wanted to. And then your C buttons, the way I do this is I use my right thumbstick. So basically for up, I would just press up on my right thumbstick, and then I would do left, right, down. And then for your analog stick, you use your left thumbstick. So you would click it, press up, and then you would do left, right, and down. Once that's done, you can just click save if you want. And we'll go to File, Exit, and we've got one more to do. So we'll go up a folder into Project 64 2.1, and we'll launch this. And then we're going to go to Options, Configure Controller Plugin, and this one is pretty much the same thing. So here is your D-pad, so we'll do up, down, left, right. Analog stick, so remember this is your left analog stick. So I'll do up, down, left, right. Here's your L button. Go ahead and click this. L, R button, R. Down the bottom here we have the start button, start. And I use L2, but you can do L2 or R2, it's up to you. Now for B, we're going to use square or X on your 360 controller. And for A, we're going to use X on PS3 or A on your Xbox 360 controller. And then you have your C button, so this is your right analog stick. So up, oh, up, down, left, right. Once that's done, go ahead and hit OK. File, Exit. So now our controls are all set up within the emulators. We're going to go up a folder, and we're going to launch this up. And I'm just going to mute. So here we are in the menu, and we don't have any controllers set up yet, so you're going to need a keyboard first shot, and after that you can use your controller. So press tab on your keyboard, and with your arrow keys go to Controls, press enter, and we're going to go start from the top. So for the back button, press enter. Always keep your keyboard inputs. Just go to add input. Now for the back button, I use triangle on my PS3 or Y on my Xbox 360. So press enter, and I'm pressing triangle. Now that works. Then we'll go to up, and we'll go to add input. Press up on your D-pad. Go back. Add input. I'm going to press down on my D-pad. Add input left. Add input right. Now to select, you're going to want to use your start button. So go press enter, go down to add input, press enter, press start. Now we're using the controller to configure it all. So press your back button. Now if you want to be able to configure without pressing tab, I use the square button on my PS3 controller, which would be your X button on your 360 controller. So we can go here, add input, press start. There we go. If you want to do previous letter and next letter, then we can go in here, and I'm going to remove these inputs. add input, and I use L1 for previous and R1 for next. Add input, L, next letter, remove input, add input, R. Okay, and then we're going to go to custom 1. Now custom 1 is going to be the A button on 360 or the X button on PS3. Let's go to add input. There we go. The custom 2 is going to be the B button on 360 or the circle button on PS3. Go back. And custom 3 is going to be the back button on the 360 controller or the select button on the PS3 controller. And that's it. So we'll go back, and here we go. So if we go up, if you guys know my classic editions, here's 305. If I press A or B or X or circle, and you can see I have some favorites. If you want to remove them, just press the select button or the back button. So if I were to remove Mega Man 64, deleted from favorites. If I go back to filters and press A or B or X or circle, if you're using PS3 controller, and let's say I wanted Worms, press select and it adds to favorites. So let's launch a game. So we'll press start to launch a game, and the Project 64 does pop up before the game loads, but the games work really well. Now every game doesn't work perfectly, and there's no emulator that makes it work perfectly. I have gone through and tried every game. One little trick that I want to show you, because right now to get out we have to press Alt F4. So I want to show you a trick here. We're going to go and press our configure button or tab on our keyboard. Let's go to emulators, press start. Let's go to N64, and here is an exit hotkey. So if you're not using the same controller as I am, what you're going to want to do is just go into the exit hotkey, and I did escape there just to change it, but we're gonna go back and press whatever 2 buttons you want to combine to exit. So I use the select and down on my D-pad. So there they are there. And then we can back out, go back into emulators. We're going to do it for N64 RA. Exit hotkey, this one doesn't already have one, so we can press start, select and down, back in. RAP doesn't have one, so we'll press start, select and down, back into emulators, and the last one is N64 SD. Press start. So this one does have an exit hotkey. So what I'm going to do is get rid of it with the escape button for now, and then press start, select and down, and boom. So now we'll go back into a game, and we do not have to use Alt F4 to exit the game. We can just hold select and press down on the D-pad, and we're back to the menu. So honestly guys, most of these games are running through Project 64, the latest version, which is 2.3. I will show you right over here that I have added a game, Showdown 64. Now this was created, there's such a list of creators that I couldn't sit here and tell you all the names because I did go on the site, but my hat's off to the creators of Showdown 64. I wanted to include it so that everyone could enjoy this game. Phenomenal job by the creators. And basically it's a modified No Mercy ROM with a ton of texture packs. So we'll press start and launch this one. So this game actually runs in Project 64 2.1. So Showdown 64, press start. And I'm just going to quickly show you here. So there, yep. And you can see all of the different arenas. Here's some more arenas. And some more arenas. These are some newer ones. NXT, so on and so forth. So I'll just choose, I don't know, Impact Wrestling is fine. You can set your rules. Which belt. So you got the WWE belt. WCW, ECW, IWGP, TNA, and the NWA. Okay, normal. So we're going to go with the WWE belt, just real quick, just so I can give you a quick look at the roster. I mean, you got Hulk Hogan, the Nasty Boys, Jimmy Hart. I mean, there's a ton of people here. Look at this. Another group, another group. Pretty much everyone you can think of is in here. You can pick a referee. So I'm just going to exit out. I just wanted to give you guys a little preview on that. That's a great game to try. And again, my hat's off to the creators of Showdown 64 and everyone who's put some time and effort into that game. It's pretty cool mod. And WCW NWO Revenge. We'll press start. Would not run through Project 64, so I'm running it through RetroArch. Runs perfectly. Again, you can press select and down, and there you go. If you want to exit, use the back button that we used, which I was using triangle. You'd be using the Y button on your 360 controller. Exit, yes, and you're all done. So I hope you guys enjoy this build. Really appreciate you watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you're not a patron, please consider supporting my patron. They get early access to my builds, as well as some videos that I will not release on YouTube. It'll be patron-only videos, and more stuff to come. I'm going to be doing a patron giveaways and stuff like that in the future. So if you already are a patron, thank you very much for the support. Again, guys, thanks for watching, and have a good day.